Hello and welcome to another edition of Momentum. I'm your host, John Bricado. Our guest today is Dr. Jason Keith, Professor, Dean, and Davenport Chair in the Bagley College of Engineering. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today.
Absolutely. So let's start with some of the latest news on the Bagley College, and I guess enrollment would be the place to start. It looks like we have another record enrollment this year.
That's right. So the university has an all-time high enrollment again this year, almost 22,000 students. And that's a growth of 280 students versus last year's enrollment at this time. And the Bagley College of Engineering, we also have an all-time high enrollment, 4,638 students, which is an increase of 180 students versus last year's enrollment. So a significant part of the growth of Mississippi State University has been in our college.
That's great. And I understand there's some new degree programs in the college. Why don't you tell us some more about those?
Yeah, absolutely. So in November of 2014, the IHL approved a Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Engineering. And we immediately started recruiting students into that program. We now have 91 students that are part of that. We have all the faculty that are there, and it's housed within our Swalm School of Chemical Engineering. So those students are learning not only from the petroleum engineering faculty, but also from the chemical engineering faculty. This most recent November, a year ago, we received approval from IHL to add a biomedical engineering degree. That's part of our agricultural and biological engineering program. We have about 50 students that are part of that program. We already had all of the faculty. As you may know, the department celebrated their 50th anniversary this past year, and now 50 years into the future, when that department celebrates its 100th anniversary, the biomedical will celebrate their 50th. And the faculty that we already have, we're teaching biomedical engineering curriculum. In fact, we had a concentration inside of the biological engineering program, so it's really easy for us to make that switch from the concentration in biological engineering into the full program in biomedical engineering. On the graduate side, we also have a new program in cybersecurity and operations. There's a master's degree that's available right now, and many faculty are engaged in that type of work in computer science and engineering, and also in electrical and computer engineering. We currently have 7 students that are part of that program, but we expect that to grow in the forthcoming years. Overall, we have 8 departments with 12 different undergraduate programs and about 24 graduate programs. We're really excited about the opportunities that we have in the Bagley College of Engineering.
And our online graduate degree program continues to garner accolades. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That's a great question, because out of our total enrollment, 705 of our students are graduate students. That's an all-time high as well. And if you look at those students, of that group, 250 are engaged by distance. U.S. News and World Report has ranked the Bagley College of Engineering within the top 25 for online graduate distance programs for the past 5 years. We're really excited about being part of that elite group. And some of the things that make our program unique are the affordability of the program, the accessibility to our world-class faculty, as well as the opportunity to study not only for a master's degree, but also a PhD degree, which is very unique versus our peers. And so we're able to get a really large population of students as part of that program. And if I could add to that, we've also started what are called accelerated programs. A student that's in their junior year, if they're interested in pursuing a graduate degree, they can apply to the accelerated program. Once they're accepted, they're still an undergraduate student, but they can take up to 9 hours of graduate level classes. When they walk across the stage at graduation, they're able to count those hours towards their undergraduate degree and double count them towards their graduate degree. And since most of our graduate degrees require 30 hours, they only need 21 hours or 7 classes for a coursework-based thesis, or if they go for a written thesis, then it will be less classes and then 6 hours of research. This opens up the door for a lot of our current students to consider a degree either on campus or by distance.
All right. The Bagley College recently established a program called Engineering on the Coast. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is a collaboration with the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And MGCCC is one of the largest community colleges in our state. And the coast area is a high population area for the state of Mississippi. There's several industries that are down there, and they've expressed interest in retaining their best and brightest for careers in engineering and related fields. And so because of that and the fact that so many people live there, they would rather study for a Mississippi State degree down there than possibly come to our campus. We did a market analysis and determined that we could get a significant enrollment if we pursued particular degrees. We signed a memorandum of agreement with MGCCC in the summer of 2014, and then we started hiring the faculty for that program. We now have 2 faculty in mechanical engineering and 2 in electrical engineering, with the second starting in January. And overall, we have 86 students that are part of that program. There are 58 students in mechanical engineering, and there's another 28 students in electrical engineering. The way this works is the following. A student can start towards the 2-year degree from MGCCC. It's an Associate of Science degree. As part of that degree, they'll get all of the math, chemistry, and physics that they need. Then they can transfer to Mississippi State and study for all engineering classes that we teach face-to-face, and after another 2 or 2.5 years, receive a Mississippi State undergraduate degree without ever leaving the Gulf Coast.
Well, that was really exciting, and clearly some very exciting times on the Bagley College. Thank you for that update. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back to continue our discussion with Dr. Jason Keith of the Bagley College of Engineering.
When you're the best, everyone wants to see what you'll do next. At Mississippi State University, our team of world-class rocket engineers is venturing beyond boundaries, building rockets like none before. We're launching a new era of space exploration. We've developed cutting-edge technology that's helping us build a rocket that can travel at 4 times the speed of sound. Fast? Yes. But more importantly, revolutionary. For you and for a space program that produces many of the conveniences we enjoy today. We're shaping your life in ways you never dreamed. What's next? Watch us and see. What drives you? What pushes you forward? Is it an appetite to be the best or a calling to make a difference? For those of us here at Mississippi State University, it's both. We're designing a future where cutting-edge hybrid technology isn't imported from overseas, but exported from our own backyard. We're working toward a day when solutions to energy independence move at 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and are as simple as charging a phone. A day when fuel economy and environmentally friendly are viewed as less of a compromise and look more like this. For us, turning heads in the auto industry is great, but living up to the hype is even better. That's because it's about more than simply envisioning the future. It's about getting there. And here at Mississippi State, we know just the ride to take.
Welcome back. We're continuing our discussion with Dr. Jason Keith, Dean of the Bagley College of Engineering. And I thought in this segment we might take a few minutes to get to know you a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Sort of the personal angle. Why don't we start with some general background, where you're from originally, where you grew up, what schools you went to, and so forth.
Okay. Well, I grew up in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio, and I really was interested as a student in chemistry and math. And my favorite class was this AP chemistry class that I took. I remember doing experiments and doing all the equations and everything, and really enjoying it. And one time I talked to my chemistry teacher, Mr. Kirschbaum was his name, and I said, really like your class. What major should I consider for college? And he said, you should study chemical engineering. And so I decided to pursue that. I enrolled at the University of Akron, and I went for my chemical engineering undergraduate. I completed that in 1995. And then while I was a student, I thought, I can do a better job than the professors that I have. So I decided to go to graduate school and pursue my PhD. I decided to go to the University of Notre Dame, and I really enjoyed it there. But I learned being a professor is more than teaching. There's a lot of research that's involved. There's a lot of ups and downs with that. I learned a lot. It was a great time. I still decided that my goal should remain to pursue a job as a faculty member. After I completed my PhD, I started as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering at Michigan Technological University. I worked there for 11 years, rising up through the ranks, and in 2011, I received a call from Mississippi State. They were recruiting, trying to have people apply for the department head's position in the Swalm School of Chemical Engineering. Now, I had visited MSU in 2005 and gotten to walk around the campus and really see how beautiful it was. Growing up in Ohio, my connection with Mississippi State was from the College World Series. I would watch it on ESPN, and Mississippi State had a really good team, and they were always in the College World Series, so I thought, they've got a great baseball team there. That's all I knew about Mississippi State until I had visited in 2005 and really got to see how great of a campus, facilities, and faculty that they had. So when I was asked to apply for the position, I decided, after talking to my wife and my children, it was worth looking into. It was successful, and I started as department head in chemical engineering in 2011. After a couple years, we had a leadership change in the college, and I was put in the position of interim dean in the Bagley College of Engineering. I liked that so much that I decided to apply for the full-time job, and so the rest is history, and I've now been either interim dean or dean for 3.5 years. I think being dean is the best job on campus. There's so many things. You get to work with the upper administration, with the faculty, and with the students as well as the alumni. There's no better place to be than the job that I have.
Well, Dr. Keith, it's been great talking with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah. That's all we have time for today. Remember that you can follow us on social media through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at MSU Engineering. Thank you for being with us today.